So good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live short of PD's Football Live Short on the channel. I've got quite a few things to talk about tonight. Yeah, one of them is that rotten display at Goodison Park last night. Yep, I think we're going to talk a bit about VAR because I thought at times it was absolutely a clusterfuck at the weekend at times. Not just our game against Chelsea, but a couple of other games I think there was. And that was as well. And you know what happens every hour of the show? There'll be more food pictures to show as well, which I think Chippers will be looking forward to. He's just like, oh, what's gonna be on there tonight? But yeah, anyways, guys. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new as well, and if you would like to donate, super chats are available, and if you want to become a member as well, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. There's Chippers flashing a box of Maltesers. I don't know what for, like, but hey, well, let's get him in already then, because he's here now. So
I have it a full box of them.
Well then, let's talk about that performance down at Goodison Park last night. I mean,
it was deja vu after Sunday. I thought it was just deja vu. I thought controlled it.
I mean, that was a perfect opportunity to get a win, because the way Everton have been on this season, and
wait, I thought they were shite now. I thought
it could have had 0-0 draw if there wasn't 40 minutes added on.
Well, I think that's what I was coming to. I think that incident halted us completely, and I think we didn't get back from it. I think it helped them more than it helped us, and I think that something needs to be done about that, because I don't know how easily he got onto that pitch, and he was on that pitch for nearly 15 minutes. How it was allowed to happen?
I mean, I don't get that. I mean, you can protest outside in the street or wherever, but not in a football match. Where you're taking 10 minutes, where the game's got to be halted for another 10 minutes.
And the stewards don't have any equipment to cut the things up with.
I mean, it was nothing football related. Was that he had to write a protest about, which I don't understand as well.
Well, I just think, it's because it was against us, wasn't it? If it was any other game, he wouldn't have protested, And I just think, like I said, that didn't help us at all. I think if that protest hadn't happened, I think we would have probably went on and not lost that game comfortably. And I think, if anything, it just helped the home team, because it meant they had 15 minutes rest of like regrouping, talking to Lampard and stuff like that. I mean, our players were talking to Howe, but I think it just we took the foot off the gas, and when you take your foot off the gas against any team, you can't do that, especially when
you can't. I mean, what annoys me with Everton's goal, Maxi loses the ball far too easily. Now, this is not the first time he's lost the ball far too easy. May not have been leading up to a goal, but it's just he's got to hold on the ball much better than that. No one is tracking Iwobi and Calvert-Lewin. The link-up play between them is good. Who's marking the pair of them?
Bearing in mind they were down to 10 men at the point as well. It's like, listen, I don't want to bash the players too much, because we've only lost 2 games in 11, and we're probably 1 win away from safety. But it was just deja vu off Sunday. It was just one lapse of concentration.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you can't let that to happen. How many times we've done that in so many games is just.
But I think, I don't want to bash players again, but I think them again. I mean, I think personally, I wouldn't have brought him on because at the minute he's not offering what we need at the minute. I think he's quite clear. He's struggling with form, struggling with fitness, and I think honestly he's not. We need players who are going to put a shift in at the minute, and he seems reluctant to do that.
Well, the thing is, I had a comment after I gave my quick thoughts, and he came out and said that they don't think Mac ASM is good enough to be coming on as a substitute. They say he's more better when he starts the game at times because he might have offered us a little bit more. You never know. But I did think Fraser was at his best yesterday. I did think that was what I've seen from what it has been. Miggy, now people can't say he's got the pace, even though I thought he was one of our better players. I'll give him credit. It was a little bit harsher to take him off. He was good for pace, but where's the end product at times? It's just not there.
I was just going to say, you can run up and down the wing like Forrest Gump all you want, but if you've got an end product, I mean, what's the point? I mean,
one of the crosses he put in the box was dreadful.
Like, he's meant to be a £20 million player, and
he's just not shown it at all this season.
No,
We've not seen it at all this season. We haven't.
And I think he's gone in the summer. I think he'll be away. I
do.
I think it's a case of he's had his chances. And when he's had them, he hasn't took them. So it's the same with Longstaff for me. They've had chances and they've not took them. So why should they be here next season?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot think. Do you think we're really missing Shelby at the moment?
Yeah, I think we're missing Shelby. We missed Willock being fully fit yesterday. We missed a fully fit ASM. We're missing Wilson. We're missing Trippier. You think of all that?
Yeah, I mean, Chris Wood. I mean, he was rotten yesterday. I've got to admit.
He should have scored at least one of his two chances. He should have, by his standards.
He's got to want to just head it into the goal. And how does he? How does he get that all wrong?
We just have to grin and bear these last 9 games, and that's it. And just think, at least after these 9 games, we'll be signing an upgrade on him. That's all we have to grin and bear. And hopefully Wilson will be back in a couple of weeks as well. So,
yeah. Now, Emil Kraft is what I'm going to pick out next. I mean, people will say he's made slight improvements under Eddie Howe. In a way, he has. But yesterday, I just saw him give ridiculous free kicks away, which he didn't need to do, and he was yellow carded for one of them. The one where Everton had a chance just right outside the box.
But Miggy played on the right side with him, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean those two
were just workers. It was like watching Laurel and Hardy in their pomp on the right hand side. I just thought you'll just make me laugh because there's no end product from you. It's
no, I mean, and at half the times, Kraft's final product was shit anyway.
Yeah, and I don't know why he brought Manque on when we were 1-0 down. And I thought that was a bit. That said to me, he was settling for a draw. I mean when he brought Manque on when they had got players sent off, I thought he's settling for the draw here. I thought
Kraft. Manque to me should have started yesterday. I mean. You just wish you had Trippier back fit and you had Ryan Fraser down that right hand side as well, because you've seen how them two have linked up magnificently.
I would have been tempted to play Richie on the left wing. It couldn't have been any worse than what Almiron was, and then play Richard Fraser on the right, so it could have got balls in forward, but
no,
obviously we don't know what's going on we don't know what happens in training, but
we don't know. That's the thing. But the good thing is even though they're off to Dubai, Eddie Howe will be getting making sure the lads are definitely getting some sort of grafting done while they're there to make sure we are ready for Spurs, because that's going to be extremely challenging. It really, really is. I mean,
but we tend to turn up against teams like that. We haven't lost at their stadium in the 2 games we've played.
We haven't yet. I mean, but last season, I hope we don't get a repeat of that. I don't think we will.
But like, if you think of it, after the Spurs game, we've got 3 games at home, and that will probably keep us safe, because I think we'll probably win one of them. So at least
the one you should be looking to get out the 3 points out is Crystal Palace.
I think even all three of them. I mean, Leicester, they're
Wolves,
probably going to be targeting the Europa League, so they
possibly,
might
yeah. I
rescue
mean,
us.
they've been a bit of a strange side this season as well. Only just scraped through the Europa Conference.
Wolves is usually our draw specialists. It's usually a
Mm.
1-1 draw in that game. And then after that, in
Wolves,
3 games, I think we've got Norwich away. So you like to see at least 6 points out of them 4 games. Then we're safe, you know.
Wolves going to be really challenging. I mean, the way they've put aside some teams as well from their previous games. I mean, they've won away to Man United. I mean, they've won away to Spurs as well. I mean, they just look so good at the moment as
Do,
well. So
but
that, and we know we've managed to come out with 1-1 draws at them games before the past couple of times as well. We haven't beaten them at home since 2011, I believe.
oh well, was that when
The,
we finished? Probably I.
I think that was the 4-1 win under Pardew. Because after
Yeah,
that, the
probably.
season we finished fifth. We lost 2-2. No, we drew 2-2. I'm sorry, but
Aye.
we lost at home in the championship to them as well.
We've drew 1-1 the last 2 games, I think. On
The,
it, they beat us the first season we came back up, I think 2-1, and then the other games have been 1.
when they come up, they beat us 2-1 when Yedlin got sent off in that game.
But I think, like I said, we've got 9 games, 5 of them are at home, and we just need 2 wins to stay up. That's all my opinion. That's
Yeah,
it.
I still think the teams in the bottom 3 are gonna go anyway.
Yeah. Well, if you look, was it 9 points from third bottom? Well, and we're on the same game, so you would think we'd have to win at least 5 of their 10 games now to have a chance of staying up. And I don't think we've won 5 games all season. So
we've actually got one game on tonight in the Premier League. It's Wolves against Leeds United.
Yeah, we need Wolves to beat them.
I haven't put that game on actually, but it's all right.
Jason said he was gonna be on the night. Where is he?
I don't know. He might come again a bit sooner, hopefully. We've got Aston Villa against Chelsea. That's the only game because a lot of teams are playing in the FA Cup. We've got Borough against Chelsea. We've got a few games on the Sunday. Of course, we've got a couple of games that we got Leicester v Brentford. We got Spurs v West Ham as well. But the relegated teams are playing at the weekend as well. So
that'd be Brentford.
Thing is, I think Brentford are probably just going to get out of it now. I would think.
Yeah, the last 2 games they've probably kept them up.
I mean, let's look at the teams. Everton winning that game yesterday has clawed them 3 points above the drop zone. So Watford on 22, sitting in 18th place. You look at the game they've got after the international break is Liverpool away.
Nope.
So they're not going to get anything out of that game. Burnley, their next game after the international break is Man City at home. I don't think they're going to get anything out of that, even though I know Palace got a hard 4-0 draw in that game, but I can see Man City brushing aside Burnley in that game. And of course, Norwich after the international break, they were away to Brighton, but again, Norwich 17 points. I mean, they've only got, and they're still 8 points off safety.
Yeah, they have to win at least 6 or 7 of their 10 games to stay up, don't they? And it's not going to happen.
And that's not going to happen.
No. And the fact we've got to play them as well, you like to think that we'll beat them as well.
I know, because our record at Carrow Road's pretty garbage anyway.
Well, this season has been the season where we've been changing most of our records for the right reasons, so.
That's a good point, yeah.
You like to think maybe Wilson's back for him as well, so.
Trout's in the house tonight. The lack of performance is my concern. We look toothless. Again, we just did take an opportunity and we switched off. Good evening, Louis. Good evening. That protester is a monumental bell, and I couldn't agree anymore.
You firmly went and stole,
White Trout says that cable tie dick wrecked the match. He was Lampard's idea, I reckon. I mean, I think I did see a video of why he wanted to do it, but I couldn't remember what he said, so I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But it's like,
I think it was something to do with oil, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but what's that got to do with this football match?
Because I think Boris Johnson is over in Saudi Arabia trying to get oil, isn't he?
It's something like that, but again, that's got nothing to do with that football match.
Oh, well, I know. But, because Newcastle playing and owned by Saudis, people make it to do with it, doing the now well started the.
Yeah, but Simon Jordan, he came out with a good point there, I must admit, even though I can't stand him there half the time. But it was a few days ago, he came out and said about the Saudi owners, if you're gonna have a little dig, don't just do it in your Newcastle United. Go and do it to other Saudi business owners who own other businesses as well, not just Newcastle United.
I think nearly everything now in modern times has got some Saudi investment in it. So if it didn't, then I think that a lot of our country would be struggling because they bring a lot of our income and stuff like that. So
look at what the PIF have got shares in.
Everything.
A lot of things.
Stuff like Disney, stuff like Range Rover, Land Rover.
Other sports are taking place in Saudi Arabia, are going to be taking place in Saudi Arabia as well. White Trout says Eddie took Miggy off and he was nearly our best looking player. Why sub him? It should have been subbed off. He was uninspiring. I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that, and could you have had possibly one player playing a false 9 position?
Or just bring Dwight Gale on.
He could have done, but he's not going to persist with him. But I thought Chris Wood was just he was just terrible yesterday.
I think we all know he's just a make do with striker until we get.
I think it was just I think it was what you called we needed someone in while Wilson was out injured.
Yeah. That's all it was. It was just to fill the gap. I mean, 25 million of them was now, so for us to up, they'll probably say, well, we've made money back there by us here now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really good evening, lads. Hope you're both well. Very well, thanks, man. I've seen fans say we're in trouble thoughts. I don't think we're not going to go down this season, but we do need a couple more wins at least, I would say.
Yeah. Until it's mathematically safe, then you can't say we're not in relegation battle because we technically still are.
Absolutely. Eric says, I don't want to
the name, man. Look at the name.
I didn't read the last name, but
you nearly did.
He says, I don't want to see Kraft in a Newcastle shirt anymore. He left that right side vulnerable the whole game. He's a liability. Absolutely. I mean, I just don't get why he's giving silly free kicks away when he doesn't need to do so. I mean, some of his final deliveries were shite yesterday. Me and John...
I've had better deliveries from a bloody crap takeaway than, what he's delivered. I mean, Mr. Shun has a point.
I mean, he's shown a glimpse of a little bit, but it's not been still convincing. I mean, his final product at times is still crap. And why give away silly free kicks when you don't need to do that?
I was going to say that, but I was going to say as well, let's be honest, it's just anyone would struggle to replace Kieran Trippier.
Exactly, or is Eddie Howe doing it because it looks like Kraft could be out the door in the summer?
Yeah, he could easily be playing the likes of him and Almi Ron just to try and get them in the window to try and get clubs interested to sign him. It's
absolutely. Norwich are down a quarter lane. They certainly are. Bottom 3 as it now goes down for me. Yeah, I would say it is. We haven't won in Norwich since 1994. We haven't, so hopefully we can change that when we play them. Sheffield United owners are owned by Saudi owners. Exactly, they are. So there you go. But Sheffield United's owners aren't that, right? No, I don't think so. I don't get why Sunderland fans are laughing at us. I mean, well, they're in League One. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I mean they're only in the League One playoff basis by a point, so I would hardly say they're in a position to laugh at the team that's in the Premier League.
What's going on, guys?
Well, we've got Ryan and Mr.
Bonjour.
Jim Show.
Man, if there's one way to describe that game yesterday, it was ratty game.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was like you know what? It was like level 7-ish with these like levels. If you could describe it, it would be like level 7, Dave. It was just that wrong. Ball. It was piggledy.
I mean, I just thought we were going to win because the way Everton have been playing this season, they've not looked like winning a game at all.
One thing I will say about the 2 games that we just lost, though, how many times is it we've had like 60 to 70% possession in games? I mean, we've gone from literally for 2 years of having 20 and 30% possession and now dominating games with the football. Well, it's like some of these players must be looking, thinking, like, no offense, but what do I do? Even now, still, because they're not used to having the ball.
I gotta say this, and like, I don't know if you guys saw on Paul's like Facebook group, but like, I've had enough of people gassing up Ryan Fraser and like scapegoating ASM because people are making they're putting Ryan Fraser on a pedestal just because he grafts all the time. Like, yeah, it's cool, but he's been crap the past few games for me.
Well, he was
awful against Everton.
He wasn't that. It wasn't that the best I've seen him. But the thing is, with ASM, the way he lost the ball for their goal was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, like, at least he's losing the ball and trying to create something rather than nothing from like Ryan Fraser or Murphy.
Well, one thing I will say is as well, right? ASM came out and said he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. Now, yep, fair enough, you can say that, but go out and do it on the pitch when you're given the chance. And no offense, he hasn't done it the past 2 games, and I'm not picking on him or anything like that. I'm just going off what I've seen. And then I've heard that he's only trained twice in about 3 weeks. How's that working? How's he even getting in the team if he's not training? It's like you can't do that. It's like, don't care who you are. Should be in the team.
I'm still standing by the fact that if competition for wingers and attack this summer makes or breaks ASM this summer.
Well, we'll see how much he wants it. If we go and sign a top left winger that's got an end product, we'll see how much he wants it then, because I would say next season we'll know next season how good he really is if we do have competition, because then I think you'll just know, and then you can say, well, he's had his chance, he's got competition, he just can't deal with it, so get rid. That's not me being horrible while having a go, and that's just saying, well, there's only so long you can persist with him. So that would be his 4th season, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I would be disappointed now if ASM was to leave, because we'll get another replacement in who probably might just be just as good.
Well, what I'm going to say is this is his 3rd season now, and I'm not like picking on him or anything, but has he got any better than what he was when he first came?
He's our highest goal contributor this season.
He is, but to be fair, look, we haven't won a game in 14. We've literally only picked up the last sort of 10 games. If you think about it, we've struggled like hell all season. We've had Wilson out half of the season. It's literally been a struggle, and we're literally just going to get over that line.
I feel like ASM doesn't trust Wood. I think ASM plays better with Wilson.
That's another problem. I think there's times where he needs to trust his teammates.
He's being too selfish almost, because he feels like everyone else is crap around him. And so, can you blame him? Yes and no. But I just feel like we need Wilson back, because Chris Wood's just too slow to like react and like play along with him. Like, ASM's this quick movement. He's trying to like do stuff, create chances, and Chris Wood's just too late to react. He doesn't have like the brain that like ASM almost does.
I think as well, Bruno will be better when Wilson's back, because he'll have a fast striker that can run onto his balls.
I think Bruno will get better, in my opinion.
He needs that fast striker, because his balls are literally too good for Wood. If you get what I'm saying.
I mean, exactly. I mean, Chris Wood, that was just rotten from him yesterday, wasn't it?
I kind of accepted that.
Everyone was shocking yesterday.
Yeah,
the whole team were.
Yeah.
From the goalkeeper on, even Dubravka was.
I
Distribution was
think
terrible.
Dubravka should have saved the goal. I think he should have saved the goal.
Absolutely. His positioning
It was
was all
straight
over
at
the
him
place.
nearly. It wasn't in the corner. It was pretty much straight at him. And I thought, well, it's a weak shot. It's not hot. Like, I mean, it's not in the corner. If it's not in the corner, then the keeper should be saving it.
Right, got to at least be powering it away as well.
Yeah.
I look at more of why no one was tracking Calvert-Lewin or Iwobi.
Well, you look at Dan Burn, that's twice now. That's 2 games.
Yeah.
Chelsea, he's been outrun, finished by Havertz, and then against Everton, who I think,
Just
one of the
over-
worst sides this
He
season.
just rushes. Yeah, I don't want to see that again.
Everton are a terrible, terrible football side, and we made them look amazing yesterday just by the one goal that they've scored.
I mean,
Doesn't
did
tell
anyone
us,
understand the 40 minutes? Yeah, it was due to some dickhead being
I
on the pitch.
thought he was only on the pitch for 8. I thought it was only for 8 minutes he was on the
Oh,
pitch for.
Do you guys see
10.
Did you guys see the video he posted? He's like,
Yeah,
he's like, hear me
I need to
out.
watch it.
I'm here to invade the pitch. And like at
He's
first,
made it for Arsenal. He super glued himself to the post.
yeah, I thought this guy was just a pure like football hater, but like from his video, he sounds like he's trying to like send out a political message.
Yeah, because football, you get like a lot of fans, don't you? So obviously, it's on the TV, a bit more tension.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm going to go back to work on Monday. I'm going back to work on Monday to time myself to be like till and then just see if I get noticed. Yeah, just see if I get noticed. Just tie myself there. So I don't think we've got ball clip as it works, so that I'll be there for a while.
I don't know if you've heard Wolves are 1-0 up.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Who scored for them?
Was it Jimenez?
Jimenez.
That's it.
Oh,
Which
look,
one?
that's like
I'm
it
watching
was,
it back on.
No, it's not Jimenez. It was Castro Otto.
Does everyone here think that Bruno was man of the match yesterday for us?
I would have
I
given.
don't think we had the game.
None of them.
I don't think we had a man of the match. I thought it was. You can't give man of the matches when you get beat, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It was so hard to take as well, because it was so late on.
Okay, what about our best player then?
We didn't have one. We didn't. You can see the potential in Bruno, but he wasn't. He was.
No, he wasn't great.
He controlled most of the midfield, but that's because Everton's midfield is just terrible in the first place.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'd probably say Miggy without really being that good, like finishing
I
wise.
would say, yeah. I mean, I would.
I don't know.
What I just don't.
Best chance Miggy had was before he came off.
Yeah,
I find sometimes he's too scared to be his man.
Yeah,
He'd rather just go he'd go the safe option, just pass it back.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Anyhow, Max, I get everyone saying Chris Wood is to talk about it and he's doing well, but he's not. He's a striker. He's not scoring goals. He's shite. He's not doing what someone in this position is made to do.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. I mean, I just thought he was garbage yesterday. I mean, how does he not get that header on target? I mean,
to be fair though, we're not putting enough balls in the box though. Do you know what I mean? Our stats are woeful. We don't do enough to service. He doesn't get enough. Same happened with Mitrovic. There's not enough going into the box. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for Chris Wood because he's come in to basically another relegation threatened side. You know what I mean? The pressure's on him from the get-go. People are saying he's crap because of what we paid for him. The thing is, that's not his fault. Newcastle obviously were desperate need of a striker.
Yeah.
We brought him in. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not Cisse, he's not Denver Boy, he's not exactly quick, is he? You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of fast. I
stand by the fact it's like he was our best option because we were in the shit at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think
the only option was to overpay for a proven Premier League goal scorer, and he was the one.
For me, he's temporary. Like he's only going to be here at the end of the season. Yeah, next season he'll still be here, but you'll be like an option off the bench. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's it.
We're trying to just see the season out.
I mean, do you think Liam said? According to Liam, do you think he was a panic buy?
Well, I was going to say, right, what he was, but it's not our fault. It's not our fault we're signing him. It's Burnley's fault for putting a relegated release clause in his contract.
Yeah.
If they didn't put a release clause in his contract, we wouldn't have signed him.
Yeah.
Burnley had every right to do so as well. Because obviously we are in the relegation zone, we were at the time.
The panic was due to our desperation and where we were. So we
needed someone in.
It's not like Chris Wood's like 21, 22-year-old, you know what I mean? He's in his 30s now.
Yeah, his 30s now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like he's getting that end of his career, but he's not the quickest.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, look at Bear. Good evening. Hope you're well, buddy.
The thing is, though, as well, Ekateki was all set to come, but he turned it down. So if he had come as well, it could have been a different story. It could have been more Ekateki up front for the rest of the season.
Oh, it could have been.
I think against Everton, we could even have played a 4-3-3 rather than a 4-5-1. You know what I mean? That's what I would have done. I think the amount of times that we're getting out wide and we're getting some good joy out wide, and this was nothing in the final third. You know what I mean? It's this packing out the midfield. I get what he was trying to do, but maybe if he played 4-3-3, Everton are weak at the back. We know that. If we play that formation, I think we'll probably score a couple of goals by half time when the game's done.
You look at it too, like. I think we could all agree that was our best midfield we put out that day, yesterday. And then our defense, that was the best, bar Trippier. It's the attack, man. Like, I get it. We've been on this unbeaten run, but let's be honest, guys. The Brighton game, we won the game within 10 minutes with the 2 goals, and then we defended well and we were resilient. I give credit for the team for that. Then you go to Southampton, we won the game in brilliance and moments. Shelvey unmarked puts a good ball in. Bruno with his amazing goal as well. And
we've missed Shelvey the last 2 games.
But it's more the fact that dominating the game and like using and putting quality chances in and putting them in almost like creating good opportunities. Like I just feel like I haven't seen that enough in our attack lately.
No, I haven't. I mean,
this is why it's priority this summer, man. I'm telling you. Otherwise, we'll get like top 10 max.
Yep. Well, Liam says he would lose sleep if we sold ASM. Well, I don't think we would now because
I wouldn't.
There'd be better other different players out there who would be looking to bring in.
Well, I think as well,
he was technically just as good.
We need to realize we've just played 3 games in 7 days, so we need to just. If it was like 3 games in 3 weeks, I would be a bit more worried because I have more time between games, but we haven't really had time for.
Yeah,
I mean, we've had literally 1 training session between each game, nearly, or 2. It's like we just need to. We've got 17 days now just to get the slate clean, get everybody fresh, get everybody ready for Spurs, and I think you'll like to think we've recharged a lot of batteries.
That's another thing too, guys. I feel like these 4 away games were definitely draining for the players. Like, it's not easy doing away from home, no matter how close or far away it is.
But I'll finish.
And now we're over the line. We got 2 weeks. We got another away game, and then but it'll feel just like a fresh start with the 2 weeks. It's not like we have Tottenham next week, 5 away games in a row.
And you think of it as well, they've literally from Everton. I mean, from
there's more home games now.
Last week, they've stayed down south. They've stayed down south to play Chelsea. They've only been back at home 2 days. 2 days in a week.
Tottenham's the last away game that's in London or like far away.
Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah, we have more away. We have more home games now. I think the only ones away we have is Norwich, Burnley, and Man City.
Norwich is a try.
Spurs, Man City, Burnley, and Norwich are those 4. We've got 5 at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, to be comments.
Hopefully by those games we're mathematically safe.
How's you guys? Yeah, very well, thanks, man. White Trout says Bruno needs to toughen up to some compassion room, but you'll go and give him a way of a hard time. I think Bruno will get better.
I think they improved because we made them look good. Do you know what I mean? Because we switched off with him. If we continued where we left off in the first half, I think we would have put them aside. But because the tension was grown on Lampard, you made a few changes. I said the minute Dominic Calvert-Lewin come on, we're in trouble.
I think that protest just killed us completely because we were comfortable. And then when the Hugh Fernley witness all decided to come on and put himself to the bloody goalpost, it just knocked us completely.
Yeah. Liam thinks it was the worst performance under Eddie Howe.
There's been a few drop-ons when he first arrived.
We lost 4-0 at Man City. We've lost 4-0 at Leicester. I would totally see it.
Yeah,
I didn't think at least we deserved yesterday with the points, but unfortunately, if you can't defend, you switch off for one moment. That's what happened.
Yeah, that will happen. Wolves are 1-up. Yes, they are against Leeds. Newcastle losing to 2 unlucky teams, especially you should have had a pen against Chelsea to save a point. We should have got something out with that game.
4 points in the last 2 games. Simple as that.
Wow, you lost them with us. I wasn't worried about relegation again. I think we will stay up. I think the teams in the bottom 3 are still going to go.
To be honest, yesterday I'm more mad the fact that Everton are like 3 points above relegation now, rather than us losing.
The thing I'll say is, right, after that game last night, I don't see where Everton's next win's coming from. Because if you look at their fixtures, it's 5 of the top 6 they've got to play in a row. So,
you know what the thing is about that game yesterday too was it was too open to the fact that like we almost had no clue what to do as well. Like it goes back to my point of it being a ratty game. It was stop and go. There's no momentum at all that game.
Yep.
Everton are a terrible football side. They're not very good.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 shots on target the whole game, considering that was a team that had to win.
Anthony Gordon should have been sent off the first half for his elbow on Willock. Or at least, yeah, he elbowed him in the jaw.
Who?
Anthony Gordon.
Oh, he was a little shit.
And Decore. How did Decore not get a yellow? How did Decore not get a yellow card yesterday? Like,
I know he should have done that.
The ref was abysmal too that game.
Yeah,
that's what I was just going to say. The officials in these 2 last games have been absolutely ridiculous. If you look on Sunday, right, we obviously should have had the 2 decisions, but then the referee, I think, was influenced by Jorginho going to his ear every 2 minutes for everything. He obviously listened to him. And then last night, every time there was an Everton player in his ear, he was listening to what they were saying. It was like, no, you don't let the players influence you. You make your mind up. I mean, and people are saying that wasn't a red card last night. He could have snapped St. Maximum's leg. He could have broke his leg last night.
I was gonna come on to that. Was it definitely a red card?
Yeah, 2 feet off the ground.
He leaves the ground. It's reckless. He nearly could have broke his leg. If his leg was planted, he'd have broke it.
Yeah, if his leg was planted, it would have been gone.
So. I don't know how anyone sees that as a yellow. Like, he fair enough, he made the yellow card, but that's what the VAR is there for. Like, for the referee to check over. Yeah. He's checked it over and he's made the right call in the end. You know what I mean?
I hope Allen's gone for like a few games.
He's gone. He's lost his appeal. 3 games.
Yeah,
3 games.
How many games has he banned for?
3.
Yeah, I mean, Everton are going to appeal the decision, but
it should be rejected.
It should be more because he was just arguing. He wouldn't get off the pitch yesterday.
Thing is, you're not going to win your appeal when VAR, like if you've gone through a VAR call and they've checked and there you go, that's it.
Yeah.
But you know what, as well, though, why couldn't we appeal that elbow on Havertz for Sunday? Because it was why couldn't? Well, we should have appealed that and said, well, we want a red card for it because it's an elbow.
They need to sit down in the summer and they need to get together and talk about VAR because they're not doing it correctly. It's becoming embarrassing.
Liam thinks it wasn't a red card. Even
it's a red card.
Shearer thinks it's not a red card as well.
It is. Listen here, right? If I'd been St. Maximin, right, on St. Allen, and St. Maximin got a red card, a lot of our fans would be up in arms on the same thing, appealing for it. You know what I mean? So there you go. It works both ways. For me, it's a red card. If you're 2 feet off the ground, straight away you're going to get a red card. If you're out of control and you tackle,
he had no intent to get the ball, so it's a red card. He had every intent to take St. Maximum out.
Well, you know, St. Maximin's got the pace, so obviously the pace has shocked him. Oh shit, I need to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about VAR. I mean, it had a bit of a disastrous day last weekend, didn't it? I mean, not just for our game in the Chelsea where we lost 1-0, but I think it made a bit of a cock up in the Brighton-Liverpool game, I've got to admit as well. I mean,
Sanchez should have been sent off.
I think Sanchez should have been off for that.
That keeper is reckless, man. He should have 2 reds by now.
Well, he did against us. He did the same thing as what he did against us, didn't he?
You know why he got away with that? It's because the ball was already in the net, and the Liverpool players weren't really appealing for it. They were like, we've scored. I hope the player's all right. That's one of the reasons why they've got away with it. If the ball hadn't have crossed the line and went in, then I think it would have been a different story, so to speak. Yeah. That's what bailed out Sanchez there. The ball went across the line that scored. Yeah. So they're more concerned about the safety of the player than the actual goal.
Should have been sent off having the ball outside the box as well.
This is what I'm saying. They need to sit down in the summer, the officials, and talk about where they've gone wrong. They need to highlight all the different key decisions this season that have gone badly wrong and embarrassed themselves. They embarrassed the league. It's maybe one of the best leagues in the world, and some of the decisions I see.
I refuse to call it the best league in the world until officiating sorted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and just go back to the game against Chelsea against us. Havertz, how he didn't see red. I don't know. People say he's going for the ball, but you don't need to go with your elbow that far out, do you?
Well, they're saying he's looking at the ball, but still dangerous, still reckless.
Still quite dangerous. And the penalty.
Look how high his elbow is above him. It's literally like that. It shouldn't be like that for leverage. It should be level with them or below them.
Yeah,
the Newcastle bias, man. The Premier League's got a Newcastle bias that don't like it.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I thought and I expected too? He wasn't Eddie Howe wasn't asked about the Saudi human rights stuff after the Everton game.
Oh.
You know what that is? That just shows that it's probably like a Southern media bias almost. Where
but did you hear what he was asked?
I'll tell you what, we go to Tottenham away. No matter the result, he'll be asked that because it's in London.
Did you hear what he was asked?
Go on.
What?
Because you were an Everton fan as a kid, are you not happy because Everton won?
Oh, God.
Because you support Everton as a kid.
What did he say?
He went no.
No, thing is, the reason why he wouldn't have been asked that question is because he was asked before the game, but they would have got the same answer anyway. He's there for the football. He's not there for the political side of things. So fair play to him. He's not. He's not qualified in that area. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm not qualified in something, I'm not going to give out like my opinion if it doesn't stand.
Exactly.
Tell you what, should Laura Koonsberg ask Boris Johnson if we should play 4-4-2 or 4-5-1? That's the same thing.
He did get asked though, like, "Oh, you're an Everton fan. What do you feel about the result?" Like, is it good? Definitely not. Like, that's professional. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, go back to Chelsea. I mean, what did you make of that they wanted their game against Borough to go behind closed doors with no fans in there?
Embarrassing.
The football club. That's as simple as that. They're a joke of a football club.
They're tin pot. They are tin pot now.
I can't stand Everton, man.
The Chelsea man.
I call
Chelsea
Everton,
man. Ryan one about Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Sorry.
Exactly.
I can't believe they've literally stooped so low to try and get Middlesbrough their biggest game of the season behind closed doors. There should be embracing the fact there's fans there. Well, that's the hostile atmosphere or not.
I genuinely hope Middlesbrough beat them out. They beat them like 2-1, scoring the 90th minute.
I hope they do as well. Is it on BBC tomorrow?
Wait. What are Chelsea trying to do?
Basically, because they've got these sanctions now, they're trying to stop the Middlesbrough fans from going to the Riverside to watch the game because only 600 Chelsea fans are allowed to go, whereas they would only bring about 4,000. They're not happy about it. They want the game behind closed doors.
God,
hold on. They are the world's champions. They're the best club in world football. They've won every trophy that there is, and yet they're still whinging.
That's the club saying that, or like is it Thomas?
The club, the actual club. They had to refrain what they said because they made themselves look embarrassing on the news.
Yeah, basically it was a good result for us with Leeds get beat still 1-0 with Wolves, is it?
I thought it was embarrassing what Arteta said today too.
Yeah, it's not the best league in the world. I've seen better refs in the league, and Liam says we need 4 refs in the Premier League. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, remember that game against Watford away where we had that referee from Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has he even reffed since?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on in the Championship in League One and that he was doing linesman duty and stuff. So he's obviously made his way up. You know what I mean?
Foreign refs take out the bias.
Problem is, it's all travel restrictions as well, isn't it? Like trying to get them from one country to another and stuff like that. So that's probably
absolutely. Liam says Chelsea fan base is shit. One of the worst fans I've seen come to St James's Park up there with Fulham fans. You've been to Stamford Bridge before, Shocking. You think it's
a few times? It's just plastic, mate. Honestly, the only time they make noise is when they score. But that's literally like for like a couple of seconds. It's good. Do you know when when they're so expectant, like they just know they're going to win something, so they don't really have to support. You get a spoon. That's Chelsea fans. It's like we don't really need to shout that much because we know that if we don't win the Premier League this season, we might come out with the Champions League or we might win a domestic like FA Cup or League Cup. Then next season we might get the Premier League and the Champions League. It's like they know with all the it's like City fans. They know they're going to get something. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for us, we're not plastic. We're proper football fans. Do you know what I mean? Like we've been through the shit and now we're starting to get the good times. But we've proven that we're not a shit fan base. You know what I mean? Like come here. Even packing out on a Thursday night against Everton and Southampton away. Come on.
Yeah, apparently there's an Australian. Apparently there's an Italian ref in the National League Norga that called to Mason.
Didn't know that.
Oh, I was going to say 2 seconds. Ryan, did you miss John the other night when you went off? You missed what John said, you know.
What?
He said he hasn't drunk since he was 16, right? 16. That's illegal, obviously. but then he said his teachers at school got him drunk. So that was the last time he drunk. He said his teachers at school got him drunk when he was 16.
I mean,
God.
it's.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to him for if he hasn't drunk for that.
Yeah, but he said there were both male and female teachers that got him drunk.
But,
we've got 8 minutes of stoppage time. 8 minutes of stoppage time.
What? Didn't Bamford get injured? Again?
Something's happened in 8 minutes. You thought our game was mad.
It's still 1-0 Wolves.
People are asking where they got the 40 minutes from. You got to remember, after 90 minutes, it would have been 4 minutes of stoppage time. But because of the 10 minutes of what he was doing, so that's where they got the 40 minutes from.
I didn't get.
So basically, we would have only had 4 minutes.
I mean, I don't get that protest. I mean, it had nothing to do with football.
Yeah, I thought it was a. I thought it was a protest.
Village idiot.
I thought that protest was. I thought that protest was football related.
Wolves have just hit the post. Good effort.
It's still 1-0, Sharky.
Are they well on?
Still 1-0 Wolverhampton. Who was this?
Are they well on top of the game?
Well on top.
Leeds just not got going.
Number 11 for Wolves. Trincao, what a strike! That deserves to go in.
The thing is, right? Why didn't that Bergkamp doing it down in the street and tie himself outside Boris Johnson's place rather than going on to the match?
Just let you know when we play Wolves at St James's Park. This is the flavour of what we're going to be up against.
That's going to be a very hard game.
Wolves will be a tough game, you mark my words. And then we've got Leicester on our Crystal Palace.
Don't underestimate Wolves are a really good side.
They're a good side. I love their football, mate.
The thing is, though, teams that play football, we seem to play better against teams that play football.
Good. Everton deserve to be in the Championship with their football. That was horrible, by the way.
Everton should have rugby posts at Goodison Park because bloody hell, that's what they feel like we may as well play.
I mean, Liam thinks the best fans are in the lower league. Tell you what, I love the fan base against it. The way
it's passing, though, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, it's proper football.
Yeah, Mason says he did Gloucester v Dollar, and he said Dollar manager off for no reason, right? Not see that one.
Is that Alan Armstrong?
VR took a massive part in the 40 minutes.
It did, but it was that kid that tied himself.
Yeah, like you got to think that was 10 minutes plus the original stoppage time, so 4 minutes. That's 40 minutes, isn't it? We're delayed for 10 minutes, so by rights, I don't think they've done anything wrong.
What was more hilarious was the bloke trying to cut the thing off the faces he was pulling. He was going,
yeah.
You look like something from the Chuckle Brothers.
He should just use his teeth. His teeth were that sharp. He should just use them to cut them off the way he was going.
Yeah.
It was just like it was.
After the start of the season we've had, where we've only won one game in 14, you would definitely take 31 points out of 29 games.
You would actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think the meltdowns last night were pretty much over the top. They were just. I was like last night, right? I was just like, listen, we've lost 2 games in 11, and we need 2 wins to steal. Just chill, you know what I mean?
I think it's just frustration, and I think it's just the way the game panned out. It was just bonkers yesterday, wasn't it? I think it's when it's like how obviously the score was at the 108th minute or something like that. Sorry, no, the 90th minute,
99th or something like that.
When you play them sort of minutes, it feels like you've lost like a semi-final or a final or something. That's what it felt like because you would
look how far we've come. We're disappointed we didn't get a result at Chelsea. I mean, imagine that a couple of weeks ago, just saying, we should have won at Chelsea.
Standards are going up now.
That just shows you how quickly we're progressing.
I'm just interested to know how far Everton go between now and the rest of the season.
I don't think they'll go any further. I think they'll be in the bottom 4 for the rest of the season because I can't see them win any more games.
They are hoping and praying that Watford and Burnley do not better their results. That's what they're hoping on.
I think Burnley still have 2 games in hand too. I don't know who they'll
so to Evan.
I think they've got 1 game. Burnley now. I think it's only 1.
I saw it because
Everton have got the most games in hand, I think.
No,
Everton have got 2. 29. I think Burnley have got 1.
They played 29. I think we played 30, and Burnley have played 27.
No, we've played 29. We've played 29 as well. So they've got none. The only team in Everton's got the only game in the hand.
Hold on, let me check the table.
It's only Everton.
Played 27 or 28 games.
Well, no, we've played 29.
Everton have played 27 because of the FA Cup.
Yeah, we've played 29 so far.
And even if they win both their games, they can't catch up for goal difference because we've got a better goal difference.
Isn't mad though the deficit we've had on Everton though? I'm sure at one point they were 15 points clear of us.
They were in the top 10.
They were quite ahead of us, and then we've overturned 15 points, and at one point we went 10 points clear last week. Fair enough, we pulled them back on with now, but that's 20. We've made up 25 points on Everton.
Look at Brighton. Look at Brighton as well. They were miles clear of us, and they're only 3 points ahead of us now.
Yeah, they're really
table.
Everton's games in hand are Watford and Crystal Palace.
I think they'll win one of them.
No. They'll have to beat Watford. I don't think they'll beat Palace.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm not thinking Palace, but I'm thinking
where's
Watford.
Is it at Watford or?
Yeah,
it's
If
it's at Watford, I don't know. Watford might fancy their chances at Watford.
I say that though, Watford they beat was it Southampton? It's St Mary's just after, so they are capable. It's going to be very interesting because I've got a feeling that Burnley might get out of it. You know, I think Burnley will still. They're the more experienced when it comes to relegation battles. Sean Dyche.
On the 6th of April, Burnley play Everton at home at Turf Moor.
That's got to be a win.
And then after Everton have Man United at home.
Yeah.
See, you know what it is though? It wouldn't surprise me though if Everton got a result against Man United though, because Man United are a shocking side. Out of the top six,
the amount of times we have to rely on Man United to do something, they just fuck it up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Man United, I wouldn't be surprised if Everton get a win later. Like what they did last night, a scrappy 1-0 win, they'll do it. Like so, it'll come off one of their backsides, and then they got the win.
Yeah.
But if they want to stop Everton, that's the sort of games that they've got to win, like Burnley, Crystal Palace.
I will be keeping a close eye on them because I just don't want. I want them to go down so bad.
Yeah, I do. But I've got a good feeling though they might just. I think something tells me I think Burnley will stop up, but then I don't know. I think if Leeds keep going the way they're going, I know they've won the other week, but they're very hit and miss.
Yep.
Replacing Bielsa with him was a strange decision because
Ted Lasso.
Well, what's happened, Choggy?
Just put Jimenez just put it over the crossbar. That was a big chance.
So Wolves puts it for a second.
They should be out with sight.
See, it sounds like Leeds are getting ripped completely.
You're saying this is what we expect, but I think we're better than Leeds, so I think we'll put a bit more of a fight against Wolves than what Leeds are doing, sounds like.
Yeah.
I think we will.
The thing is that the teams around us, we've already played them. Now it's just like that upper level of teams we have to play now.
See, the thing is, right, we could be safe by Crystal Palace when you think about it, right? We've got Wolves on the Friday. We could try and get a point. I'd love to see we win Wolves, beat Wolves, but if we get a point and then beat Crystal Palace, they're very hit and miss on the road. They're not good at St James's, though, let's be honest.
We've also got Leicester at home. I mean, Leicester aren't that great either.
Before that, though, obviously Tottenham, I mean, Tottenham gets to Tottenham, but I'm looking at them 2 home games. If we get 4 points, there's 35.
I think we could go and get a draw against Tottenham. I think.
I haven't lost that, yes.
All depends how Eddie during the international break.
I swear Eddie Howe does well head-to-head against Antonio Conte, though.
I don't know. I'm looking at the home games as well.
Hopefully Kane gets a hamstring or something, and it might just, against
the home games we have
or something.
Is Palace, Liverpool, Arsenal's the last one. Who else? Wolves, Leicester. Okay.
I think that them are the 3 games that you have to look at. You've got to get maximum points. Do you know what I mean? That's what's going to keep up. Imagine.
I agree, but I feel like
that's just done.
I feel like since they're still doing bad, they're still like a level ahead of us in terms of their squad, their quality of players they have.
Who's that Wolves?
Like Wolves.
We've got to be beating Palace at home. No, I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. We've got to be Palace.
Yeah.
That's a one. I know
Wolves Leicester will be a hard one too.
If we start messing up now.
Yeah. I mean,
the way I see it is as well, when we're playing Leicester at home, they might be going for the Europa League, so they may rest players because that's the best chance of getting Europe next season.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they might not be as focused.
Yeah,
same with Liverpool and Arsenal.
The title race might be over then. The title race might be over when we play Liverpool.
It could well be. Liam says even if the Super League talk didn't happen, the more I think about VAR, the less enjoy football. VAR needs to be run a lot more better now. I mean,
I tell you what else has gone quiet.
We're going to have the same issues.
2-0.
2-0.
Yes.
There you are. Who scored?
It was it Podence? Couldn't quite tell. I literally was looking at you, that just turned me face.
Is it on Sky, the game, is it?
Yeah, it's on Sky Sports, yeah. 2-0.
Well,
too easy.
Tell you what, it's gone quiet as well. Everton's punishment for their breaking FFP seems to have gone quiet as well.
Exactly. Newcastle, where we're getting points deducted. Trust us.
I mean, do we know anything that official about that? Because that was just a rumor that come out with that.
I don't know.
No.
They broke FFP, so they said the Premier League said they might deduct them because they broke the law. They broke the rules.
How many?
3 years in a row.
Well,
second goal for Wolves, Trincao.
Oh, Trincao.
Good.
Yeah, so good finish as well. Woo.
League thinks we've saved Everton's season. Well, we'll see. It's not over yet.
Nah, they're only 3 points off the. Yeah, I mean, what? We had a bad game yesterday. Right? We didn't have a best second half. Right? If we replicated that first half, for me, we beat them. If we show our performance against Chelsea and Southampton and all them other sides, we beat Everton. If that's them playing well, then after they go down because they play terrible football. Like you say, they're open. They're ridiculously open. Do you know what I mean? If we had that third, we beat them comfortably.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I still think what's in the bottom three is still going to go though. I'm still going to stick with what
Everton might just do enough, but the thing is, they're relying on Burnley and Watford to not do enough.
I mean, White Trout says he has this question and answer truthfully. How has the Saudi 81 hangings last week reflected on our club? The Saudi thing hasn't bothered me, but 81 hangings on one day is mental.
I said at the end of the day, we don't control who buys or starts our football club. My honest answer to that is I keep out of that sort of stuff. Politics and football should never mix.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is
I'm not going to talk about something that I'm not qualified in.
All I'm going to say is what I've seen, the 81 people that were killed were terrorists or terrorist related. So,
and as Eddie Howe would say, he's correct. You don't talk about something that you're not qualified in.
Yeah.
Won't be right.
That's all I'm going to say is that they were terrorist related or they were actually terrorists. So if people want to go off that or what they will, then if you condone terrorism, then there's something wrong with you. So that's what I would say.
I said we don't know the full story of it. So even Eddie Howe, when he got asked, I said he's not qualified in it. So it's like, you're not really going to answer that question. He just says,
I mean, that was ridiculous.
For the football club and the fans, you know what I mean? I'm yet to get results.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
So, is anyone going to ask Jurgen Klopp about having American owners because they've still got the death penalty in America?
Exactly.
Arsenal owners American as well.
Yeah.
I'll give it a straight answer. I'm not qualified, so I can't really talk about it.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not going to say out about
it. Like as well, no one's ever asked Poch about working for Qatar, who have got just as bad human rights records. So I mean,
yep, absolutely.
I mean, to be fair, Steve Bruce will probably get asked that question. He probably just blubber on anyway, as if he knows. Well,
where do you know they gave us free money for me kebab? I love it.
I can't believe his side beat Fulham during the week.
God.
They did?
But let's be fair. Fulham are 14 points clear or whatever they are now. They've won the title. They're going to get promoted. They're pretty much on the beat.
But what I heard from that game is apparently Fulham didn't register any shot on target and any shot in that first half.
What was the score for that game?
Not even on target as well.
1-0.
But you'd expect Fulham not to win a Craven Cardinal. Any game that they have at home, they'll win.
Was it the Hawthorns?
It was, yeah.
The thing is, you can't. It's going to be between Huddersfield and Bournemouth who gets second. You can't. Fulham are not going to get caught. They're like the best side in that league, but when they come to the Prem, they're just so shit.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It's like didn't they spend 100 million 2 years ago to keep the stay up, and they were like, we were 14 points ahead of them, and we only signed one player.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were just buying their way through, and then obviously they've had to cut that down. They made some shrewd signings, but still not good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. A few clubs are owned by Americans. Ipswich Town be one of them. Exactly. Yeah, not just us. Sunderland previously. Sunderland used to be under American ownership.
You're also forgetting Chinese own Inter Milan. So
yeah, and Wolves.
Oh, Jolin's in the house, Chippers. If you're enjoying the show, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are new. If you like to donate, super chats are available, and if you would like to become a member of the channel as well, you can hit the join button.
Yeah,
Big Joe's in the house. Hi, Sam Jumper person.
yeah. The other day when we're discussing,
you took your tune top off, Chippers.
The other day when
you took your tune top off.
Yeah, I've just imagined you put your pajamas on magically off like Paul Daniels click me fingers in my pajamas and magically come on.
Leighton Orient has an American order. But well, guys,
make it happen.
Oh, the food picks. Is it the food picks?
It is going to be the food picks. It's fair. Oh, Chips is looking forward to this.
What's this? Food picks.
Oh, it's the new section. It's PD's food section that he does every week.
What food you get at football grounds?
Oh, because some of them are better than others, aren't they? Some of them look like diarrhea and that and sick. like what was it? What did Morecambe? I think it might be Morecambe. Sorry if I've done them disjustice, but there was cheesy chips. It was literally a bit of cheese on top of a chip. It's like,
Yeah.
Is that not Sunderland?
No.
Honestly, if that's what they think cheesy chips are, they need to be examined.
Ryan is the salmon jumper called to Joe Linton, and we're not showing feet picks, Joe Linton. No way. Well, then, here we go. We've got how many to show the night? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus
7.
Christ. We've been chewing the bloody grounds.
Who sent you there, Peter?
I can't wait.
Well, then, here comes the first one. And I don't know who has come up with a combination of this. And here is your first one I'm going to show the night.
What's that?
What the hell?
Apparently, that is a jumbo bacon mac and cheese hot dog with Fruit Loops.
That looks like a really fast vomit waiting to happen. You put that in your system, it comes straight out the other end. Yeah.
Where's that served at Morpeth Fentanyl?
That is served at Houston Rockets.
Oh my god!
It just look. Imagine just eating that though. It's literally a quick shit waiting to happen.
Wait, isn't that the basketball team?
Yeah, one second. I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Houston Rockets is a basketball team, I think.
Right. The second one I'm going to show is this one.
I'm not having that at all.
I mean, that is pulled pork and beef brisket served at Wimbledon.
That looks like badly wrong.
That looks good.
Fair play. I won't be eating that.
Wait,
I don't think that looks too bad in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait, where can you get this again, Peter?
That's at Wimbledon.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it, but it looks like badly wrong diarrhea.
Right. The next one is this one. It's a jumbo hot dog, and that's served at Leicester City.
That's John Stewart leg in a bun, last.
At least it goes by its name, though.
Jeez, it's a big hot dog.
Certainly is. I mean, West Ham had some massive ones there as well. Remember
At
least our ownership's legit, though. At least like they actually go by what they mean. You know what I mean? Like food or like players or Leicester just seem to do everything right, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do actually.
Leicester do not tend to mess up, do they? From what I've known them.
No, I would rather have brown sauce on, to be honest, than bread.
I prefer ketchup to brown sauce.
I thought that was going to be from like some Swedish club or something.
But actually, no, I'll beat you to. I'll have barbecue.
Yeah. The next one is another hot dog one.
Brentford.
Jesus. Where's the bloody hot dog?
That looks nice.
You can see the hot dog. What are you talking about?
You can just see it in the end. But I think
the
end. You can tell where that one's served at.
It's even got Brentford badges on it as well.
Apparently, it looks like a hot dog with lots of mustard. It looks like they've got loads of parsley on it, though, or some kind of herb.
Looks all right. Looks nice.
Herbs. Jesus, way.
I don't like the mustard. I'm not a big fan of mustard, to be fair, but yeah, other than that.
I actually don't mind a little bit of mustard.
I don't.
See, the thing is with the hot dog at football grounds, I feel like it could just like get all messy and like something like that will happen.
Oh, because when you go to Newcastle and you buy the hot dogs from our club, you'd be messed up.
The next one is a
Ooh,
Hellfire Burger.
That looks nice.
I'm going to say that's in America somewhere.
Yeah, it was somewhere in America. I can't remember.
That is nice.
I think I would have you took into that one as well. The next one.
What's that?
It looks like some
cheesy chips and curry chicken or something.
Is that Korean chips or something?
Oh, I don't think that mixes well, man. It's bad.
It looks like some like eat with caution.
I don't think that looks too bad as well, I must admit.
Not the worst, it's not the worst, but just say it's like eat with
Give it a try.
Well, we've got another guest waiting who's just thinking, what the fuck am I showing now?
Archer.
Jason.
Hey.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think of the picks I've shown Archer so far?
I've already seen one.
You missed the other ones I've seen, Archer?
I've already seen the last one.
Right, this was the first one I showed.
What the fuck?
That's a bacon mac and jumbo hot dog served in Houston.
It looks like something where you'd have a really, really quick shit. Like you'd have it, and you'd have to go to the top in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It looks like something you would serve in a mental home. I mean, you just mix them together.
The second one is pulled pork and beef brisket at Wimbledon.
Looks like shit.
I don't think that's
exactly what I said.
That one is a jumbo hot dog at Leicester City.
Jeez.
It's a 12-inch cock.
Well, do you not remember seeing them down there when we were down there, Archer?
I've never seen a big hot dog like that, like.
The other one was another hot dog, and that was served at Brentford with lots of mustard, quite a lot of parsley in there, though.
Hey, what do you think it's a new badge?
The other one is a Hellfire Burger, which I can't remember. It was some club in America that served that one. That was
That's the one I saw, yeah.
I don't think that looks too bad.
It looks like some way you just eat with caution.
I think they're going to put parsley on it. They need to really dice it up, though.
Yeah, looks too big.
I feel like I just need to go get a masher and just mash the thing up.
I think the worst, Peter, was probably the one from Old Trafford where it's like mashed potatoes and scrambled eggs, but it looked like it was like frozen.
All right, I'll have to.
But then again, if it's rotten, it is going to Man United season after all.
Right, the next one is we've got cheese and chips, and that's it.
I'm sorry, I'm down to the toilet.
That is served at Anfield.
Oh God! How can these big clubs not serve any good food? That looks horrible.
Nah, it's disgusting.
That's like
what you're gonna see, Sunderland.
What it looks like? It actually looks like ice cream on top of chips. It actually does.
No, look, it looks like fries inside ice cream.
You know what it looks like?
Or vice versa, yeah.
Looks like someone's had several. It looks like someone's had several wanks, and it's just all come hell on top and just went there.
I see what Liam shared the other day on his Facebook. Someone looks like they actually jizzed on top of that.
Yeah. Looks like it's just piled on top of it. It looks like you've had more than one wank, and there's just all of it's just gathered on top of cheese.
And the final one is this doesn't look nice at all.
What the hell is that? Is that an egg?
That's beef and onion pie.
No, it's not.
That looks like shit in a log.
That was served at where we were yesterday.
I thought it was an Easter egg.
It honestly, or even that one, that is rank.
That is served yesterday at Goodison Park.
I almost must have thought that was like a chocolate molten cake with like chocolate sauce inside. But as soon as you said beef and onion, I'm like, oh no.
It's not going to go down well.
Fucking British people with their pies, man.
Oh, I love a pie. I love a corned beef pie.
So to make Ashley, you love a good pie as well.
Oh, what a cream one.
There you are. That is tonight's food picks for tonight. No doubt there'll be quite a few more next time when.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Cheers, Ramsey. You've put us off me tea now.
Well, let's see what the others have said about it as well. Someone says Emil Kraft's feet. Liam says I had food at the Dulwich Hamlet versus Hamilton Waterlooville and it was nice. Fair enough. Joe Lynn thinks it looks nice. That looks nice. Oh God Almighty. Mark says, what is that hot dog served on? The longest paper plate?
Hey man, Leicester got money these days, man.
Joe Linton looks amazing. White Trust says they weren't all terrorists. Some were hung for being gay.
No, not what I've seen, but never mind. We'll not get into it.
No, we're not. Ryan is confused. It's called a frank to him.
What, a hot dog?
Or something like that. But we all, Chelsea Bash, come on, boys. We don't work for the PR department. We can have an opinion, absolutely. PD for Ryan, it's called a frank. He is very confused. All right. Come chips according to Is that shrooms? Now, apparently, Lee put in the YouTube, which it won't come on my stream yard. He apparently Liam says, Chivers looks like you cummed on those cheesy chips.
Oh.
It might annoy me more that the charge
Won't be
over
that
the other,
colour.
and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like you go to a stadium, right? You buy food from there, and you're now bankrupt.
Trust me, it's the same thing here in Canada.
It's absolutely like a joke, and you think no wonder people stop buying from the stadium, and they'd rather probably go to a takeaway, which is like, if it's not like locally, it's like 5 minutes down the road.
Yep.
Does security allow you to bring food into the stadium, or do you have to buy from there?
Well, you're not supposed to, but there's ways. If you get like sweets and you just stuff them under your top and then off you go, get yourself in.
Yeah,
You obviously can't put them down your crotch. You can't obviously put them down your crotch because people will notice them.
Oh,
You know, if you got a hot dog down your crotch, I think people will notice that. Like,
Chippers, it's like Peter Griffin when he did with Stewie.
The second half is about to go into it. Yep, it's underway.
Well, Liam's in the house. Do you really agree what those cheesy chips look like, Liam?
What?
Those cheesy chips served at Anfield, where it looks like someone has
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't buy them.
Liam, I reckon you would buy them.
No. I think.
I reckon if you get John Sinclair drunk, you would buy them. If you get John Sinclair battered, you would buy them.
Easy chips. I think if I was drunk, I'd buy them.
Nope, I wouldn't buy them.
Chippers, I like your
I'd
running it on your head, of course. Oh, God. Yep. Archer, what did you make of yesterday's game?
Oh.
You're watching it with me, weren't you, Archer?
Yeah, I was. Oh my God. Literally, the first half was just very lacking.
It was, wasn't it?
The whole
Should be
game.
outside the first half.
Aye.
We just had fighting for quality.
Aye.
I mean, Everton didn't really do very much, though, did they? Up until that goal.
No. But then, literally, second half, I just laughed. I was like, what the fuck's going on, yeah? I was literally laughing my head off. But like that geezer, literally just flipping. Oh,
Harry Potter.
aye. No,
He went in the store.
you know what he looks like? With the long hair and the glasses. He literally looks a bit like the Riddle from Batman.
The Riddler.
He does.
What was this? Was this some dude in the pub you were watching the game with yesterday?
Me, you, and Jamie, wasn't it?
I was just us three, but like the guy who just literally pinned himself up to the post, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's done a YouTube video, man. He's actually got someone to record it for him, and he's put it onto YouTube. And why? Oh well, actually, he wouldn't have posted it because he'd be in prison now, or he'd be getting something will happen to him.
But the thing, what I love about it, right? How they managed to to cut him loose, and then you've got stewards and coppers just carrying him, but he's just lying. He's lying on the pitch. He's literally lying on the pitch. He didn't even want to move, and they're literally carrying him like a baby.
He was acting like he wasn't alive. He's like, oh, look at me. He's like, oh, right, I'll just let them do the rest. Like he was asleep or something.
Aye.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I mean, if you watch the YouTube video, he's getting all sorts of abuse. Like,
I can imagine.
He was watching it with.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, what on earth was our defense staying at the end product? Not a single one was marking Alex Iwobi. Not a single one.
It's not the first time we've switched off this season.
Julian says that person looks like Jeffrey
Oh, come on.
God.
Who's
The
that?
thing is, you could
You
just
don't want
send
to know
Steve
who it was.
the card and let him come on
Oh,
the
yeah,
pitch.
look this guy up.
Yeah, just look up. You're looking at a serial killer who raped and killed men and then bloody ate them and stuff like that. And
What the fuck?
No,
he's
to
a
be
serial
fair,
killer.
when if you'd watched the match, and you saw him, he does look a bit like the Riddle from Batman with the long black hair and the glasses. That's it.
I was saying
The Riddler.
the minute Dominic Calvert-Lewin come on yesterday, you
Aye,
just knew
the Riddle.
the That's where I think Lampard tactically got it right over us yesterday. Late on, Dominic Calvert-Lewin caused a bit of problem. There you go, scored.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, what do we make now?
Oh.
This is back.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
Yeah, good.
I can't wait to come back and cheer us for.
You
Oh,
think we're sponsored by Coca-Cola as well, by chance?
Guess what? I'm going tomorrow. After we walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back. I need to get back there since it's
It's not really changed inside, if I'm honest. It's just obviously the signs and stuff, because there's like a little twat in there, but not a lot's changed. But it's good to see that the legend himself's got his name back on the bar. It says bar.
And apparently, Newcastle have been given permission by the council to move Shearer's statue right next to Bobby Robson's.
I think what that was down to was like health and safety grounds and stuff, but it's correct decision. Like, why would you move the Shearer statue out of the club? It's beyond me.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for a Steve Bruce statue to be put up.
I know.
It's just got to be a statue, so look like Slough off the Goonies. It'll be like,
he'll be called typical, but he'll just say, well, you know.
It'll say Steve Bruce, well, you know, in brackets underneath.
Julian says, how did none of you expect for Chippers know about Jeffrey Dahmer?
Underneath his plaque, it'll say the remits to stay up, or it's the it's the accumulation of
accumulation of points.
Aye, every bastard press conference, it's the accumulation of points. It's the accumulation of points. Can you say something different, please? Come on, man. How do you inspire
the opposition have got a fantastic team of fantastic fans and fantastic players.
Exactly. That's literally what I used to hear every week. It's like, can you not change your tone of voice? Change.
He said about Morecambe Chippers.
He did. They're a really good sign. I remember really get the ball about. It's like, because we just stand there and watch it all happen.
He said it with Sheffield United when they hadn't won the game. He said they're going to be a hard game.
And Morecambe, they were first to get relegated that year as well.
They didn't know.
It was just a pathetic football manager who hadn't even wanted from the get-go.
I still can't believe I had a full-on argument with Annie over him. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I mean,
you had an argument over Steve Bruce.
Annie was defending him, saying he was a good manager and all that. And it was like,
he's good in the championship.
No, Annie just wants him to be next manager at Bristol City.
He does.
No. As a Bristol fan, I would totally get that point, but he's not. Never a good Premier League manager, is he? You can do in the championship, yeah, fine, but he's shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not. The guy is totally out of his depth, and I do not say that lightly. I don't.
Is it by any chance?
Yeah. The guy is literally out of his depth. He knows it. The thing is, he twists and turns and says this and says that, and it's just like, you don't add up. I mean, Eddie Howe, he's just saying it as it is, and he goes by what he says. You know what I mean? He doesn't mess about. Look what he's done tactically this season. You know, it's all ifs and buts. But imagine if we'd had Eddie Howe at the start of the season.
Right.
Matthew's in the house. Stephen and Matthew. Julian.
If you go on the Magpie channel when our 1-0 defeat against Sheffield, go on in and you'll see that I called for Eddie Howe at that time.
It's just, I mean, you can't be losing to Sheffield today. Oh, of course we would. It's just the way he set up for games. It was just negative. There was nothing about it. It was not good to watch.
We got outplayed by Newport County.
Yeah, we did. God, that was horrendous.
By the way, he has one game that sticks out, which we should have probably dominated him. We should have been out with sighting. Rochdale.
Yes.
Rochdale. A 40-year-old man scored past me. Oh, he might be 41.
We should look at Blackburn as well.
Blackburn, I could totally get. But
it wasn't a full-string Blackburn team.
We're just, I said to Steve Bruce, we were just a nothing side, really. Destined to get relegated. That's
we were just lucky that.
I think if Steve Bruce is sleeping out now, there's no way we're talking staying up. We'll be in the bottom three.
We will do worse than Derby.
I think we'll be on like 16, 17 points. I don't think we'll have enough.
I don't think we will win a single game under Steve Bruce.
Players just didn't want to play from them. You could tell. Like, look, they're all coming out now, like stage by stage. Like last week, Dubravka. Oh, I like how it's not goofball anymore. Like, we're playing from the back again, and we're
Jolene says, "Do you think he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer?" I think he's on about Steve Bruce.
Oh no!
I thought you were referring to Archer as that guy because of the hair.
Oh yes, I.
Leeds fans are getting a bit restless there. Like you can tell. I don't blame them, if I'm honest. Don't blame them.
They must be getting really out battled by Wolves, are they?
No, they're actually on the ball, but they're telling the player to speed up. Like, that's a corner. It's a corner to Leeds. Well, they put the Wolves are down to 10 men as well.
Down to 10 men?
Yeah, I've just got a red card underneath. I didn't check. Like, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, they're down to 10 men.
Let's see who got sent off.
Yeah, you have to check because
Jimenez, second yellow.
Yeah, sorry.
He'll be back for the game against us then.
That's good.
No, he'll be back for the game against us.
That all depends.
Yes.
You never know because he's already had a second yellow this season as well against Man City.
But they've been washed out though.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they've been washed out.
Yeah, applies for the first half.
No. Do you know what it is? We're all worried about Jimenez. What's Cody been doing the last few games? Scoring? From headers and stuff?
I'm more worried about
That's
Neves and Moutinho.
That bloke is just a leader.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. But he's Wolves through and through, though. He's a scouter, but he's Wolves through and through, isn't he?
Mate talks.
I can't lie. I thought...
Look at Jack Grealish.
I thought Wolves were going to go down this year,
come to Man City.
Wrong, man.
Huh?
Look at Jack Grealish. He's a Villa fan and he's gone to Man City.
To be fair, though, like he was good enough to probably play for Man City, though. Like he was far too good for Villa. Mm-hmm. He proved it for Villa, like what he could do. And he's playing for England regularly as well. If you're getting all of that, then you know you're going to make a top move. Sometimes, though, is it the player or the agent? It's the agent. Obviously, if the agent's going to get a big money deal, then the agent's obviously.
How the hell have Leeds used 4 subs already? That's not possible. Yeah.
Concussion. You get a concussion substitution as well.
Who do they use?
Also, they've used all their subs already, and they've still got over half an hour to play, hasn't they?
I'm looking at it right now. Apparently, their keeper got injured.
Well, to be fair, they're high pressing them, and obviously they're 2-0 down, but they're probably sent if we can get a goal back.
Well, apparently they brought on Trincao for Neves in about the 25th minute. Did Neves go for an injury?
Yeah, he hurt his ankle. But to be fair though, Leeds have they haven't been bad this game. A couple of poor defensive decisions has probably cost them.
It'll definitely just be a 1 game ban for Raul Jimenez.
What's happening?
Yeah, because 2 yellows.
Right, because I was thinking he's already had a second yellow once this season.
Yeah, he's going to stretch there for Leeds. Oh well, it's all happening now.
Oh, who's coming off for Leeds?
Couldn't quite see. It was just showing you vaguely as he was going around the corner.
It says Melier came off.
Melier, the keeper.
Leeds got to be careful as well because they're starting to lose a lot of players for injuries and stuff. They're in a
yeah. Bamford's had to come. Bamford come off in the 23rd minute. His legs are made of glass this season. Bamford's But
to be fair, he was still sitting in the stand though. In the first half, he was still watching.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an example there of you could be fit to, or I don't know how to put it, man.
I think Leeds will be all right. I think they'll do enough.
Don't rush players back in right away because look what Bamford.
Thing is, it's a lot of the games that they're catching up over Christmas, with the COVID situation. Games are coming thick and fast, and obviously it's mentally fatigued, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. This is why I didn't like it when our games got postponed because I knew it eventually we'd just have a fixture pile up, but we're past.
Do you know what it is, right? Because we didn't win yesterday, it makes the Southampton result look even bigger. Because we're not expecting to get out at Southampton.
I think this trip to Dubai will do us a massive favour, though.
Yeah, well,
2 weeks off is needed.
Yeah, I mean, but Eddie Howe would be getting down to where with the boys anyway. He looks so greasy, he could have slipped out with those cable ties, according to White Trout. The guy who tried himself looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh,
no, it doesn't. He looks a bit like the Riddle from Batman.
I like coffees and house. Hi, PD, and all. Hope you well.
Wolves fans are screaming for a corner. It's not. That's not a chance. Yeah.
Away from like Newcastle and stuff, what did you guys think of Arteta coming out and complaining about the Premier League fixtures like being close or whatever?
What do you say?
He's like being sarcastic about like he's like, thank you so much, the Premier League. We have a game on Wednesday and then a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday.
It's called get on with it. At the end of the day, he's a high-paid managers, high-paid footballers. You've got state-of-the-art facilities. Get on with it. That's why you've got under 23s. That's why you got an under 18 side. You bring them all through. Give them a chance.
Did you guys see what Conte said to him after? Or he was asked about it. Do you hear what he said about it?
What did he say?
He was just like, he's like, why? Like he was blasting Arteta because he's like, you're the one that called off the North London derby a few months ago.
Oh, well, I get that part, but the thing is, that's why you've got your reserves. That's why it's important to bring them through. You know what I mean? For times like this, I have no sympathy even for us. You just got to play them.
Yeah, exactly.
Louis says the guy looks like the Riddler.
Aye,
at the end of the day, it's the fans who are suffering because imagine if you have to go on the road, you've paid for tickets and the game gets postponed.
Yeah,
and it keeps happening. You're losing money. You're wasting money.
Yeah, Chipper should tie himself to the goal for me, according to Joe Little.
No.
It's like he's gone from John to you now, Chippers.
No.
John has him blocked.
I think this guy, right, who did that yesterday, he's given a lot of people ideas, hasn't he?
Yeah. White Trout says he's a child that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for COVID. Suck it up.
He was complaining about us. It's like, why? Yeah. What's your point? Do you know what I mean? It's like, even we was not to play it.
I mean, that bloke looked like early 20s, I would say.
21 years.
He looked like a bellend. That's what he looked like.
He definitely wasn't Evertonian. He didn't even look like he was from like Merseyside.
I wonder actually how we got to that ground. That's just, did it have something to do with oil and fuel and petrol and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Fucking ass.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Peter, do you know where Jason is? He's moonlighting on World of Sport TV. He kept that quiet.
He's what?
What's he doing
He's
there?
moonlighting on World of Sport TV.
Wait, what do you mean moonlighting?
Well, he's got on there. He said he was coming on here. He's got on there.
You must have forgot about that, but that's all right.
Oh, nearly 3-0 Wolves. Good save.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a fan forum on Roll of Sport or something, or what's going on there?
It's their full-time show.
Oh, full-time full-time after the game. Paul's doing his match review with Alex and Danielle.
He's just finished about 10 minutes ago or something.
Oh, Billy's hosting the show.
Oh, God, Chippers is getting dirty. Jolyn, just to let you know, it's not...
No, I'm not getting dirty. I'm not getting dirty at all.
And Jolyn, just to let you know, it's not the Horseman show as well. So there you are. I think, go back to Jason's, when Jason was doing the show, they were sending him all this stuff. What was normally the Horseman show.
Oh, Leeds with the post off the line. In. Oh, 2-1.
Go back.
Game on. They've scored. Fuck.
I mean, go back to that when Jason had a lot of stuff said, and then the next time we had the full show, Barry made a bit of a statement to say, please don't do that on any other channel. It's for
Game on.
The Horseman show will be kept as it is. And otherwise...
It's Monday night, isn't it? It's Monday. It's this Monday, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'll get my ammunition ready.
There's the goal back for Leeds.
When's that channel coming out for the Four Horsemen?
I don't know. We've set it up, but I don't know. It's still going on World of Sport TV at the moment.
There you go. Leeds have pulled one back. To be fair, I've been one for slacker, 2 o'clock. Off the line, off the line, go.
Well, Leeds are back in it.
Yeah,
they are. Well, they're kind of taking a bit of the advantage since Jimenez got sent off.
Coach off the line, put the in, and then they smack it in. Yeah, 2-1. No debating that one.
Oh, I tell you what, we'll have to find out. I don't get. We'll have to find out more about the second yellow because if Jimenez
Wait, is it going to be yours? Oh, it stands. Stands.
So it's to want to lead. I mean,
Yeah,
to want to Wolves or Wolves. What does crap according to Joe Lynn? I thought he was. I mean, he was terrible yesterday. Archer, would you agree he was terrible?
Who wasn't?
Chris
Who
Wood?
wasn't?
Yeah, Chris Wood.
The old way, to be honest. We're playing, we're winning, we're losing the team.
I'll give Chris Wood the lowest scoring out of my player ratings. I've got to admit.
Right for the times though, like that ball that's been quite quick. At least he made some contact with it.
I mean, how does he miss a header? I mean, was his head made of jelly that night? Because he's just got to get that on target and then it lands out.
It's powder puff.
I mean, I hope he rectifies that. I've got to admit. But the thing is, I think
I'd honestly give Dwight Gale a shot, honestly.
Yeah, do you know what? Yesterday's game could have been the ideal one for Dwight Gale.
Maybe it could have been an idea, but a lot of people say he could have brought Maxi off for Wood and placed someone as a false 9.
Remember 12-10.
When's Wilson back?
What's that, Elaine?
When's Cam Wilson back? Because he's back in training.
I think they're looking at the Norwich game for him to come back.
That's after Norwich is after Spurs, right? Oh no,
Wolves.
Wolves.
It's on the 23rd.
Spurs, Wolves, and Norwich, I think.
Oh, Leeds are in. Oh, look at the post.
No, I think it's Paris after Leicester, and it's Norwich.
Oh, yeah. Go on. They're in. Score. 2-2.
2-2.
Scores. Oh, I was going to say they hit the post before in the same attack. That, to be fair, that's a good finish. 2-2.
What minute's your game at right now?
65th.
Who's got
Okay.
Can you see it?
Who's got the second for Leeds?
Rodrigo.
The frizzy head lad.
That's Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Wow.
Can you see it?
Jesse March.
Can you see me screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll show you.
So Leeds are taking...
player's actually down though. Look at that Leeds player he's on the deck. There, that ball, that header, that touch off the crossbar. They get a lucky touch there. Look at that defense shocking there by Wolves. That is absolutely piss poor. Look at that. Look how easy that was. That was too easy.
I mean, I'm just going to have a look at Jimenez a second. Jimenez's second yellow.
That's pretty pathetic how a striker's got 2 reds in his
far too easy.
I tell you what, Jimenez there. I'm just looking at Jimenez. His second yellow. I tell you what, I'm just looking at that again.
Well, it's not a yellow.
I mean, is he caught Ellie in the face?
I know, but you've got to realise with this VAR, the slight bit of contact, you know what they're going to do.
I mean, it was the second yellow he got, but...
you know exactly what they're going to do, though. Do you know what I mean? The slightest bit of contact, they're on it. Unless it's Newcastle, of course, against Chelsea. I mean, that's where VAR doesn't exist. Other than that...
I tell you what, Jimenez's foot catches Meslier, though.
That's what I'm saying. The slightest bit of contact. If it does look bad, you not got Sky Sports there, Peter?
It's on Twitter. I've just seen it.
Aye.
But there you are.
Oh, Dallas went down as well. If he's got that looks really bad. That's naughty. That Matinho, that's naughty. He could go as well. He's on a fine line. A lot of these Wolves players are on yellow tonight. I think they're getting frustrated now because they're 2 up. They've really messed it up.
Well, Neves going off early in the game. Jimenez has just seen a second yellow card.
Wolves in. Oh, what an effort! No, but the thing is, they're getting frustrated because they were 2 up and they've conceded 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes.
Wow.
They've collapsed. The Wolves have collapsed, and they're down to 10 men. This is a big.
I said we'll have to find out more about on the Jimenez second yellow because he's already had it once against Man City.
But Wolves have got a game before, so I'm sure they have.
Unless we don't. Well, yeah, but I don't know. Will that carry to a 2-game ban or will it?
One.
Right, still one game, even though he's had one.
Yeah, because technically it's a yellow card, isn't it?
Right. We'll have to see.
I mean, as said though, there's more than just him in that side. They're a good side on paper, but they've proven there though that they are gettable. Like, they've collapsed it 2-0 up, so you can't. It is doable against Wolves. Do you know what I mean? Put your mind to it. I think it's probably a good time to play Wolves because I say with Jimenez being out, they've got a couple of injuries now. They've got some of them are trying to fine line.
Tell you what, if they lose Neves for an injury for a few games, that's a massive blow because I think he's quality.
They've got a good side.
Jimenez, also Ruben Neves as well. I think he's quality as well.
Well, Everton have had all this investment and look really poor for it, for what they've invested. Wolves are like the polar opposite. Like, that's what Everton should be, like what Wolves are. Yeah. Like, they've the strong investment.
Joe Lynn says, who's that in defence? Cody, Phil Jones, and saying, Phil Jones is garbage.
Yeah, Connor Cody's a quality setup.
Oh, he is. I would by name, would by. The thing is, Connor Cody's been calling for the England squad.
Exactly.
Let's go on to the England squad. What do you make of Gareth Southgate's selection?
But why did Maguire win there?
I mean, no Rashford, no Sanchez, no Dan Burn as well.
But Maguire's the winner, though.
But Maguire, yeah.
That's shocking.
No, sorry, Rashford, I understand. I don't know why people big him up because I don't rate Rashford.
Has he got Pickford in and out?
Yeah. But I think there'll be.
Pickford, though, he plays better for England than what he does for Everton because Everton are shit.
Well, it all depends if Pickford makes it because he's got COVID at the moment.
Ramsdale's been doing quite well for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think there might be a competition between Ramsdale and Pickford.
Ian Henderson hasn't played anywhere near enough for Man United. I don't think he's played at all. I could be wrong.
I should have been the Burnley goalkeeper. Nick Pope, I think he's one of the best goalkeepers.
I like Nick Pope as well. Mings, Maguire, Shaw should have been there. Tyrone Mings is another one. I don't rate him. I think he's terrible as well. I think I do rate Shaw. Mings, Maguire, no, I don't.
Pick the top 6, right? Ooh, Leeds again. Leeds got a corner. I have no, they haven't.
My fucking stream keeps freezing.
Leeds are appealing for a corner.
When he was going to England, he said he would pick players on form, and he's not doing that because Maguire is having an absolute Man United. So
it's all cap.
Newcastle bias. That's all I'm going to say. 1 second, lads.
Matt Target should be in at left back, but for some reason he's not.
Yeah.
Even in a way, Dan Burn should be called up. I know he's made 2 mistakes recently, but he's been played well for us since he's gone as well.
Who are the left backs called up for England because Chilwell is injured?
Palace. Was it one of the Palace players and somebody else?
Oh, Tyrone
Mitchell. Jolene thinks Tomori should be in there.
I'll be honest. Win the World Cup. We have to go. We have countless opportunities.
I don't even rate Southgate as a manager. I don't rate him.
He has to go. Like, he doesn't win the World Cup. He simply has to go.
Mate, if we have a shocker World Cup, yeah, he.
As well. I appreciate the semi-finals. I appreciate the final football.
I honestly want England in the World Cup qualifiers so bad. Or in the group stage, sorry.
All
What do you say there, Shocky? I think you're quite far away from your phone from us, dear.
But I still think it's a disgrace that it's going to be in Qatar. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, I mean, because they're going to have to stop half of the Premier League season. Don't go to sleep, Chippers. I want to be there too. Corner Jolin. Oh, wow.
Dick.
It's not even the Premier League right disgrace. It's the human rights record in Qatar.
Yeah.
Well, the Qatar the World Cup's like postponed to December because like how hot it is in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Australia should have won it really because I think it was between Qatar and Australia for it to be host that.
Australia?
Oh, tell you what, Julian's come over the cover there, Ryan. Let's face that fraud, Jonathan David.
Oh, he'll destroy England's defense.
Well, we'll see what'll happen with that one.
I mean, if the World Cup was in Australia, we would have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning just to watch it.
I mean, how far is Qatar in terms of our times?
About 4 hours, I think.
I'm fucking screwed for that. Qatar's like 8 hours ahead of me.
Oh, well then.
I mean,
Australia would have been a great place for the World Cup, to be honest.
Not for us. Australia's like 11 hours ahead of us.
Well, it depends.
Australia are 12 hours ahead of us, so it'd be like 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night.
That was like me when I was over there. I was like just so weird in their time zone, and then you've got UK at night time.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads.
It's like remember when the World Cup was in Korea and Japan, that was on at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning because they were that far ahead of us.
I remember watching a couple of England games back in primary school when we
watched the Brazil game.
We drew against Nigeria and when we got knocked out by Brazil.
England versus Brazil then 2002.
Yes, I remember that. Wow.
South Africa and Brazil were some great places for the World Cup.
Oh, the African World Cup was great until we messed it up.
Like Brazil was probably the best.
In 2010, my God, we were shiting that World Cup.
Fabio Capello, oh my, one of the most depressing managers. And Roy Hodgson, another one, so depressing, man.
2014 World Cup was a disgrace anyway. Euro 2016, that was a disgrace as well.
You're an absolute disgrace, the lot of you.
Oh, Iceland.
Iceland. Oh, God.
Iceland.
You couldn't put that past England to get beat off a shot.
We lost against a supermarket.
I mean, hilarious.
To be fair, we even conceded the Panama in the World Cup.
I mean, the Iceland manager is a part-time dentist.
Yeah.
To be fair, in the last World Cup, right, all our goals were either penalties off bloody free kicks or corners.
A lot of them were, weren't they? Yeah.
But Chibbles, they were against shit teams though.
We got a semi-final on default, really.
And then we just switched off against
Croatia.
Better size.
Oh, that is not good.
Colombia, we only scored a penalty on that one, but they were really dirty in that game.
I'll tell you what, though, the Euro final was great seeing John, these bloody Union Jack bloody boxers watching the whole game.
I'll have to do them. I might do them for the England games there to do the watch-alongs again and get everyone on and
do them for these friendlies just for a laugh, man.
See, the thing is, watching the friendlies is like watching the actual England anyway, so just watch it.
Julian says in Canada they eat poutine, which is just cheesy chippers. They always have to be different.
It's better than cheesy chips.
White Trout thinks he thinks James Tavernier should have been in the England squad.
He's a good player.
Do well for Rangers, I must admit, he really is.
Yeah, but people would say it's the Scottish League. That's what people would say.
I mean, I do like watching Rangers, I've got to admit. I do really like watching Rangers.
Rangers are a good side.
Yeah, but people say, look at the league. It's a League One standard league.
Real John Sinclair, he likes Celtic, though.
But has the Scottish League improved slightly, though, if you're saying, like, Rangers get into the Europa League quarterfinals and stuff? I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. Even teams like Dundee and Aberdeen, they get a little bit stronger.
Who did they draw in the Europa League? Rangers.
Braga, and they could beat Braga with 2 legs. There you go. They're in the semi-finals. You're laughing. They could repeat Zenit and St. Petersburg all over again.
West Ham got, who was it?
Leon. So, by the way, that's no easy game for West Ham. Leon are a good side. Got some pretty good players.
I didn't get a chance to look at the draw. Who did Barcelona get?
Barcelona have got Frankfurt.
But
Leicester have got
the thing is, I've heard if West Ham go through, they can actually come up against Barcelona in the semi-final.
Yes, they can. That's what I'm saying. It's not an easy route for them. No, West Ham. I'd like to see West Ham win it. I would. but it's not easy for them. That's why I think Lyon they're a good side.
I think Barcelona will win it.
More than likely.
Yeah, Barcelona.
I'm going to say a Leicester Marseille final.
For the Conference League.
That's good for that. The thing is, Tottenham fans are criticising it, but look at the sides that are left in it.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
I'd take the Conference League.
See, it's a tournament at the end of the day. It's the Conference League will turn into the Europa League. Once you've had a couple of
imagine the away days. Imagine the away days.
Thing is, you have a couple of minnows in there. Some of them don't get through fine, but they've proven that Bruno, that Glimt, whatever they're called, they're still left in it. They're in the last 8.
Yeah, apparently Qatar is actually 3 hours ahead of the UK according to White Trout.
And now the final is going to be a week before Christmas.
Yes, it will be.
I said he has to go if England don't win it. That's the pressures now. I appreciate the memories. I appreciate getting to the semi-finals. I appreciate getting to the final. But you're the national manager to win things, and we're not exactly a shit side. But all the finals in reality,
but the World Cup, England had an easy ticket to get there.
But the thing is, if he doesn't win it, I think he has to go. Like, we need to give someone else a chance.
I don't rate. But man, there's so much talk about Graham Potter being the next England manager.
It's the thing is, it's not even because of the Newcastle bias. It's like I've watched for so many times under him, and I just think he's too stubborn.
I don't rate him.
He goes against what he says. Like, we're going to give everyone a chance. You're not giving anyone a chance at all.
He's got to pick players who have been on form for their clubs.
The fellas rejected.
I mean, he can't persist with the same ones every time.
Yeah, some players. Lascelles rejected. Shelvey rejected. Hayden rejected. Dan Burn rejected. I could go on. Darlow rejected. You know what I mean? It's Matt Target rejected. It's a joke.
Yeah, and he still persists with Harry Maguire.
This is what I'm saying. There's got to be something in that contract. I
don't think Conor Cody made an appearance at the Euros, even though he was picked. I think he was just sat on the bench.
There's got to be something in that contract with Harry Maguire in England that he's got to play for the national team, whatever happens.
He's just been woeful.
Because he plays for Manchester United. Like, Man United are nothing special. They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're just overpaid wallies, that's all they are, a lot of them.
Yep.
Ronaldo, what is it, 37? Great player, but he's just playing with like loads of nobodies.
Exactly. I mean, Spurs still score 2 goals past them. Even though
on until the end of the season, and they give him this consultant's job. If Man United are the club that everyone talks about, then why don't they get a manager in right from the January onwards when they play us? That's going to be their long term. That's what I think.
The club's more PR there than anything.
Exactly.
We should have beaten Man United. We should have beaten them.
Of course we should have. We're all over them.
Absolutely, we were.
Thing is, Ranić, he's a scapegoat there, really, let's be honest. He's just a PR for them.
I mean,
exactly, he's a cover-up.
They've got a lot of individuals in their squad as well who just want to play for themselves.
I disagree a lot with what people say, like Ronaldo's finished. Like, he's basically their solution right now.
Yeah.
He's got the mentality. He's got the winning mentality there. Everyone else is just crap and can't play for them. He's playing around
a lot of nobodies who are just like, they think they're good, they think they're better than what they are. You're just a name, that's all you are.
I mean, who do you rate out their side? De Gea, decent keeper. Fair play.
Do you know what? De Gea's had his stick, but he's come back, he's recovered. It's the defence that's terrible.
Luke Shaw, that's another player I think
I'd say De Gea, Varane, Ronaldo, and Sancho.
It's the worst man I've seen.
That is it. Alanga. I think he's not a bad young player.
He's going to be something special for them if he stays.
I think Pogba is too, but I kind of feel bad for him because I feel like
I think Pogba's got a rotten attitude.
He's just not. The thing is, he's so good at Juventus, and you go to Man United, you're not the same player anymore. It's something about Man United these days.
Pogba deserves to be winning trophies for me, not in a club like that. That's why I'm glad he's leaving.
Come and join our midfield next season.
No, Pogba's overrated.
He'll probably go to Madrid or something.
I mean, but players like Rashford, they're not good enough.
No.
Sometimes you just need to move on to a different club to find out the true potential.
Fred, he's shite.
Yeah,
don't see it.
McTominay.
Look at Van Beek as well. I had some heavy hope for that lad, but then to what you said about Newcastle, I'm glad that we didn't get him. He's got another rotten attitude as well.
He did play as well yesterday, did he?
Not to mention he paid 40 million for Dele Alli.
Yeah,
they're in trouble, Everton. But no, honestly, Man United have not a good football inside. I mean, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, even Arsenal. I think Arsenal are pretty better than Man United.
Arsenal will get top 4 this year.
Arsenal are better than Man United. I would never have said that a couple of years ago.
I think Arsenal will get that top 4. I think it's their time now to get back in that Champions League.
It'll be Spurs, because Conte will be pushing them Spurs to try and get it as well.
Conte's name was the PSG job.
Yeah, USA was the first I remember watching proper, but I remember the Italian 95.
Arsenal have got 2 games in hand as well, so
they do, yeah.
If Chelsea's going on the way he's going, Spurs have a big chance.
I know they lost to Liverpool at Arsenal, but I thought they played pretty well.
There are 2 games in hand, though, are Spurs and Chelsea. What I've realized the other day, too, is the top 3, the gap between top 3 and the rest of the teams is mild.
Arsenal can go.
Arsenal cannot compete with Liverpool the other day. I saw the whole game.
I know. I thought Arsenal give it a go, though.
That's what I mean. Whoever gets 4th spot, like it's just there because it's just there because all the other teams are shit too.
I still think Man City are going to win the league. The only way they don't win the league is if they really go for the Champions League.
I don't rate this league. I don't rate it at all.
Who, Man City?
No, I know. I don't rate the Premier League. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to still stay that Man City will remain top. I think they'll win the league. I think
Man City will dominate
a couple.
Man City will turn this league into the
The only way
Bundesliga.
that Liverpool but Man City is if Man City really go for the Champions League, and that's one thing they want to win.
I think Bayern Munich will win that.
Chippers, what the fuck were you doing? You were falling asleep. You had your finger right in your mouth like that.
Pick me lip.
That's a big miss. That is a really big miss. That should be a goal.
Who fought?
Leeds.
Oh
man, that's a. They're onside. Either onside as well. 2 with the onside. Puts it across. Oh, he missed the open goal.
What are you doing, Chippers?
Just checking my camera.
Are you knackered like Chippers?
No, I'm just like my bed.
Yeah, that said though, I think that top 4 race is going to be really interesting.
I feel like Man United will just edge it because they have the better players.
I really hope they don't. I'm really hoping that they finish about 6th. Hey, I tell you what, who we're not talking about a lot is West Ham. How good are they?
Yeah, they beat Sevilla the other day.
I'm surprised. That really surprised me because I had Sevilla going through just because they're kings of Europe League. But fair play, I watched the highlights in Sevilla. They were shocking last night. How they
did not capitalise on the 1-0 lead that they took into the
apparently, if West Ham win against Lyon, they either play Frankfurt or Barca.
The thing is, though, right?
Imagine West Ham against Barcelona.
They had the biggest crowd at the London Stadium, and that probably intimidated.
Yeah.
Imagine West Ham when they were playing in the Champions League football.
The thing is, they could.
Possibly, could well do.
The thing is, Moyes, we've got to give him some credit because I think, like myself and a lot of people gave him stick when he was at like Sunderland and Real Sociedad and all these sides, and he wasn't doing very well. Man United, he's turned it around to his credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
shows you some can bounce back. But then again, Sunderland can make any manager look shit.
Exactly. There you are.
I believe it's just missed again. I'm looking at my TV because I'm. Look at this. If Leeds don't win this game, they'll be kicking themselves. And I wouldn't have never said that hot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big miss again.
What minute's the game at?
87.
It's 2-1?
2-2.
Oh.
Whitecoat says the PC manager, Mr. Squeaky Clean.
Leeds are really pushing for a 3rd goal now. They know that if they win this, they pull a bit closer to Newcastle. That's what they're looking at. Leeds win this, I think they're only 2 points behind Newcastle. Ball in. Oh! Wolves are really panicking. Yeah, like you can tell the 10 men, it's crushing them. They're panicking.
When you lose Jimenez and Neves,
they're really panicking. They're giving the ball away far too easy. They're panicking. Leeds are looking squabbling.
White Trout makes a good comment about Pogba. There was a reason Ferguson told Pogba to leave Man United the first time.
The thing is, I totally get that, but then, he performed so well at Juventus. I see why they brought him back. Obviously, the money's debatable. I wouldn't have paid what they paid, but...
No, but it just hasn't really worked out.
No, but I'm saying Italian sides, they will want their money. They don't do things cheap.
No, they don't. That's the thing.
I thought Alan would have been a big hit at Everton when he was playing, because he used to be so good at Napoli. And Napoli, you know what they have good day for players. He hasn't quite done it, has he? I don't know. I think Man United needs a clear out, and they need to be bringing players in that are actually good enough to play for Man United. By the way, they need a half decent manager, and that's just the start.
Yep, I totally agree with that.
I know they live with the Irish manager. Is it Ten Hag? I think his name is.
I think it'll be Pochettino, mate. I think he'll take over in the summer. We'll say Pochettino.
And Conte will go PSG.
I think PSG will sack him. And I think he'll come back to England. I think Pochettino's nailed on for Man United.
I think Conte does not last till the end of the season at Spurs.
I think Conte will stay, mate. I think he'll, just in case something happens, because I know Spurs have got no money, but
I think Conte will go. He'll go in the summer.
I think he'll walk if he's not back in the summer. Conte.
He's
probably fake promises.
What's happened, Archer?
3-2 lead.
Yeah.
3-2 to Leeds.
I'm behind.
Wow.
Cool, yeah. 3-2. Yeah. I was just about to say 8 minutes of stoppage time, and Aylan, of all players, has scored.
Aylan, wow.
Yeah, he scored literally on the 90th minute. What a comeback.
Wow. Wolves have really thrown that away.
2-0 up as well. They were cruising. And I don't say that lightly. They were cruising.
Lost Neves, lost Jimenez, and they've conceded.
Archer, you must be ahead of me by like 5 seconds.
Must be.
Look, right, Archer, do you know what it is? I'm going to get on it now, TV, and say, what is that out there today? What is that out there today? 5 minutes and 5 seconds. I'm paying for this, right? And that 5 seconds ahead of me. What is going on out there today? It's spoiling my football. No, honestly, do you know what it is? Yeah, the manager's gone bad, isn't he? He's gone jump for joy. Now he's using his hands. He's like, right, lads.
I reckon that's them safe,
Nah, they've still got work to do. They'll be on 29 points now. They've still got work to do.
A bit of work, but I'm still going to stick with me predictions. Who's still in the bottom three?
Basically, what's happened is that there's a gap between like Burnley and Everton to like Leeds. Because you got Leeds on 29, then you got Brentford on 30, Newcastle on 31. So you got like Brentford, you got like Leeds, who I think are 16th on 29, then you got Everton on 25. So there's 4 points between 17th and 16th, and then there's like. Everton, that means Everton are still in it. Really, theoretically, because Burnley or Watford could still get a result.
All it takes is Burnley to win the next 2 games, and Everton are in the relegation zone.
I don't think Leeds will go down. That's what I was saying in the group chat. Like they'll fight to get out of it. I think Newcastle
might just stay up. Yeah,
I think we need one more win.
I'm going to say 36-37 keeps you up this season. I said that before.
I think another couple of wins should do it.
I think we could beat Wolves. Even if we don't get the result against Tottenham, I think we could get it against Wolves.
Could do, yeah. But if we get something against Tottenham, even better.
We never do, though. We always draw against Wolves. We always do.
Whatever happens, we beat both Wolves and Crystal Palace. I think that's our safety. I think on the night that could be us safe. That's 36 points or 37 points. Safe.
Yeah, it could well be, yeah.
So we could be partying in midweek. Sorry, boss, I'm not going to work. Why? Was partying last night. We got safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the game still going ahead?
Yeah, it's 8 minutes of stoppage time.
8 minutes. Well, we'll stay on.
Basically, they've had 16 minutes of stoppage time the whole game. But our game was bad.
Look,
so like, not Leeds, sorry, Wolves look short of confidence. Whoa, yeah, what's Matinho doing? He's got to be careful. He's on a fine line. They're just pushing each other. Another yellow card. Is that Cody? Yeah, Cody's in the book. Oh, fights. They're fighting.
Oh, it's getting feisty.
There's fights. There's that red dunker there. In the Leeds coaches, in the Wolves. Oh, careful. I think that it's Garner will control this game now. Like, I think
you look knackered.
You've been working, Chippers.
No, I've been off this week.
Aye, same. I've got a few more days and I'm back.
Yeah, I start my first day on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
I think Wolves. Oh, yellow card for the Wolves coach.
For Bruno.
No, not the manager. One of the coaches, Leeds coaches.
Oh,
Leeds.
right.
They've lost. Oh, Adam Forshaw he's got 5 now. For Leeds, he's been booked. Referees just showing yellow cards. They're all on fine lines. A lot of them. I think Wolves have just lost. They've lost their heads. They've lost it. I think what's happened is they've thrown. Oh, good save! They've thrown a 2-0 advantage away at home. I think they've lost it.
I mean, losing Neves and Jimenez has been a massive blow for them.
That's what I'm saying. That they've literally thrown the game away. Half time, the game management's got to be, defend as strong as possible and hit them on the counter attack. Oh, Wolves are in. Oh, good save again. Should have been 3-3. Good save there by the keeper. Trincao again. He's turned out to be a really good player for them. Trincao. He's going to be a danger against us. So watch out for Trincao. Can Dan Burn hold out? Let's hope so. Oh, corner for Wolves. Got to spin one in.
We'll stay on till this game's finished then.
We're nearly there. I've got a feeling. By the way, they deserve it on their second half performance.
What's the minute to do now?
5th, isn't it? 95th.
So still 3 minutes to go.
They were saying, the one annoys me when they say, oh, but we've done really well in the first half. Yeah, but you don't win a game of football in the first half. You win it in the second half. Where it matters. That annoys me that when fans say that, but you didn't do anything in the second half.
Is that Chippers going to sleep?
You're knackered, Chippers.
The thing is, though, I've been off all week, but I've been awake at like 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning, man.
Wait.
It's ridiculous.
What time do you usually start work, Chippers?
Anytime from 7 o'clock in the morning till about 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and I finish usually at 10 or 11.
Well, on Tuesday, I start at 5 o'clock in the morning, so...
Wow, 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
I start work quite early as well. I start at 7. I start at 7, finish at 6. But if it means I get a work weekend, don't work weekends, then I don't really care. Wolves are in again. Oh, that's poor. That they've had a shocking second half. I mean, if you thought Newcastle were bad, you've finally got to look at Wolves. Oh, Leeds are in. Oh, where's the keeper going?
Trying to wrap up the game.
The Leeds keeper, I don't know where on earth he was going.
I just love seeing Chippers' face. He just looks so tired.
Plus, that game against Everton was mentally draining.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it. If Everton fans think if that was them playing well yesterday.
But both teams were shit yesterday. Both teams were shit.
No, but I'm saying, I think our players in a way they were safe. We're not safe. Yeah, we might have a gap, but that could easily be, broken down because we broke a few teams down to get where we are now. We were we were drifting at the bottom at one point, weren't we?
Yeah, just before Eddie Howe took over.
Thing is, in Premier League history, no team's ever stayed in the Premier League after 14 games of not winning. Newcastle played 14 games and never won. Now we've won 7.
And all under Eddie Howe as well.
I'll tell you what, those 8 draws we got are pretty handy now.
I tell you what, I think we might just scrape over the line though. Brighton, that's such a big gap on us as well. They're struggling, panicking.
I think Brighton will be fine.
Yeah.
They will. They're on 33, but because I've had such a time that I think they've sort of hit the panic button a little bit.
Yeah, they have a little bit, haven't they?
They're panicking a bit. Like, obviously, we've had a couple of defeats now, but we've been on the road though. Like, we've had a lot of Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I think we'll be safe by Palace. I'm going to say I think we'll beat Wolves and Palace. But if not, even the 4 points, I think it'll be at 35. I still think we're nigh on safe because you'd expect to get a win from somewhere like Leicester or like somebody will get something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I'm confident of beating any team, it's Spurs.
Who's left for us?
Pardon?
Who's left for us? Like, who we got to play? Like,
we got to play Spurs.
We've got they'll be tough. Stinkers them.
We still got to play Liverpool.
They're stinkers them. Liverpool and Arsenal. But
We still got to play Man City away.
That's what I'm saying. We've got some stinkers. Like, we need some points.
But look at Everton's. Look at the team that Everton's got to play.
Palace is crucial for me. Like, I think we've got to beat Palace. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says.
It's full time.
Beat Palace.
So is that full time from Molyneux? 3-2 Leeds?
Yeah.
The team we desperately got to beat Schalke is Norwich away. We've got to beat Norwich away.
Do you know what do you know what it is, right? Yeah, you say that, but how many times have we got to Norwich away in a pressurised situation and all of a sudden have won? Come on, man. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that one's got 1-1 written all over it. Wouldn't surprise us.
Absolutely.
Norwich might think that they have a chance of staying up as well, so that might be a big game for them.
Yeah. But anyway, guys,
they'll be down by the time we play them.
Yeah, I would agree. But anyway, guys, we've now come to the end of the show now.
Oh,
Peter, don't. Oh, come on. I'm going to cry. I'm joking.
I got to go with dinner too.
I think Leeds has got off air. Right then, guys, thank you very much for tonight. It's been a blast.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. All the best to you, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Bye. Bye, Chippers. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Well, guys, thank you very much for tonight. It's been another blast of a show, as you just heard there. Wolves come from 2-0 down. Leeds come from 2-0 down to win against Wolves 3-2 at Molyneux. Wow. Well, there you are. Sure, anything can happen in football. It really can't. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tonight. It's been another great show. We've got the international break this weekend, so I'll try and find something to do. But of course, I will be keeping my usual live show going as always. So that will not be stopping by the international break. So the Chip was on the bongs. He looked back and bless him. But anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for tonight. Don't forget to like. Please subscribe if you're new. Drop your comments there when this comes out as well. And yeah, thank you so much again for tonight. I shall catch you all later. Take care, everyone, and good night.